Airports are full of secrets. Secrets that most travelers walk right past, completely unaware. Ever wondered why you always feel oddly relaxed as you wait at the gate? Or why you can't seem to stop yourself from spending a little more at duty-free? It's not just coincidence. Airports are strategically designed to manipulate your emotions and even your wallet. And that's just the beginning. There's a whole hidden world behind the scenes, from the luggage you check in to the meals you're served 30,000 feet in the air. Trust me, once you learn these airport secrets, you'll never see an airport the same way again. Stick around, because what you're about to hear might shock you on its information. They definitely don't want you to know. Before we dive in, hit that subscribe button, because you won't want to miss what's coming next. Ever noticed how calm you feel when you step into an airport lounge or wait at your gate? It's not just the comfy chairs or free Wi-Fi's carefully crafted psychology at work. Airports use design tricks like low ceilings, dim lighting, and soft carpets to make you feel more relaxed. The goal? A relaxed traveler is a spender. Studies show that when passengers are calm, they spend up to 10% more in duty-free stores. So, that cozy vibe isn't just for your comfort. It's a strategic move to get you to shop more. But it doesn't stop there. Have you ever wondered why airports seem to make you walk just a little farther than you expect? That's no accident either. Airports intentionally make walking distances longer by designing terminals in a way that forces you to pass as many shops as possible. You're essentially walking through a money-making maze, unknowingly hitting every impulse buy spot along the way. The next time you're rushing to catch a flight, take a look around. You're not just walking, you're being led. Airline food is something most of us don't give much thought to, but the truth is, it's planned down to the smallest detail. Often up to a year in advance, airlines go to extreme lengths to perfect their menus, testing, optimizing, and even cutting costs wherever they can. For example, one airline saved a whopping $40,000 by simply removing a single olive from their salads. When you multiply those savings by millions of flights, it adds up quickly. But here's a strange fact that explains why airplane food often tastes a little off. Your taste buds dull by up to 30% at high altitudes. That's why airlines load up on extra salt and seasoning. Without it, the food would be bland and nearly inedible. It's all about making sure your taste experience is as pleasant as possible, even if you're eating at 30,000 feet. So, next time you're handed that tray with your meal, just remember, it's the result of a lot of planning, a bit of science, and a dash of seasoning to make sure it's as good as it can be. Once your suitcase leaves your hands at check-in, it seems like it's on its own little adventure. But here's the truth. Airport staff doesn't track it once it's sent off to be sorted. Instead, your luggage is processed by machines that use barcode scanners to send it to its destination. That's where things can go wrong. Bags can be delayed, misdirected, or, believe it or not, get there before you do. And if you happen to forget an old sticker on your bag, it could end up in a completely different country. But here's a pro tip. Always take a picture of your bag when you check it in. If something goes wrong, having a photo helps airport staff track it down faster. And don't forget to use an AirTag or GPS tracker. Many travelers have recovered lost luggage with just a small device tucked inside their bags. It's one of those hacks that could save you a lot of stress, especially when your bag doesn't show up at the baggage claim. So, the next time you hand over your suitcase, remember, it's not all in the airport's hands, but with a little prep, you can make sure it finds its way back to you. Have you ever been flagged at security for something in your bag? Only to have your heart sink as they confiscate your favorite item. It feels like it's gone forever, but surprisingly, that's not always the case. Many airports actually store confiscated items for up to 3 months, giving you a chance to reclaim them. And if you can't make it back in time, some airports even offer prepaid shipping right from the security desk so you can have your items mailed back to you. But if you don't pick it up in time, your prized possessions might end up at an airport auction where someone else gets a strange souvenir. So, next time TSA takes your Swiss Army knife or that fancy bottle of hairspray, don't panic. Just ask if there's a way to get it back. You'd be surprised at how often you can. Reclaim your lost items, sometimes even with a simple request. A lot of travelers wonder about the safety of the scanners they walk through at security. The short answer? They're completely safe. Those machines you walk through are harmless, and airport staff stands near them all day without any protective gear. If they were dangerous, we'd all be glowing by now. But what about radiation from the flight itself? The good news is that it's actually lower than the radiation you're exposed to on the ground. However, there's one situation where things get interesting: flying through a thundercloud. That rare phenomenon can briefly spike radiation levels, making it feel like you've just received a mini X-ray. But don't worry unless you're flying through thunderclouds constantly. It's not something you need to lose sleep over. So, next time you walk through that scanner or board your flight, rest assured you're not being exposed to anything harmful. Just be aware that those clouds up ahead might offer more than a bumpy ride. We've all been there. You're settled in, enjoying your drink when the person in front of you suddenly slams their seat back, and suddenly your coffee's spilled. Your laptop's on the verge of breaking, and your mood is ruined. But here's a little-known secret. Some meal trays come with built-in seat blockers. Look closely, and you'll notice small plastic clips near the hinges of the tray. With a little creativity, you can use these clips to gently stop the seat from reclining too far, preventing a disastrous spill or an uncomfortable situation. Now, it's not foolproof, and it's not technically approved, so don't go drawing attention to yourself. Flight attendants don't love it when passengers play engineer, but if you're careful, it could save your meal and your mood. Just don't abuse it, and you'll have a much smoother in-flight experience. If you've ever packed powdered snacks, protein mixes, or that all-important instant coffee in your carry-on, you might have had a run-in with TSA. It's not that. Those items are illegal. They're just a little suspicious when they're in loose, unmarked plastic bags. Security is on high alert for anything that could potentially be a threat, and powders and unmarked bags often raise red flags. But here's a simple solution. Keep your powders in their original packaging. It's not only TSA friendly, but it'll also save you the hassle of having to explain your homemade electrolyte mix to a confused security agent. If you're worried about having to toss your favorite powder, just make sure it's sealed up tight. It's a small detail that can save you a lot of time and stress, and you'll breeze through security without a problem. So, whether it's your go-to coffee or a quick protein shake, always pack it properly and save yourself the headache. We've all been hit with the overpriced water bottles at the airport, $6 for a tiny bottle. It feels like you're getting scammed. But here's a hack to avoid it. In many US and Canadian airports, you're actually allowed to bring an empty bottle through security. That's right, just pack an empty bottle or one filled with ice. And once you're past security, find a refill station or a water fountain. Suddenly, you have free, clean water, and you're not shelling out for overpriced bottles at the gate. It's a simple trick that requires a bit of pre-trip planning, but it's well worth it, especially for those long waits. The next time you're heading to the airport, skip the bottled water and save your cash. It's a small thing, but it can make a big difference when you're trying to avoid unnecessary expenses. And there you have it. Some of the best-kept secrets that airports don't want you to know. From hidden design tricks that make you spend more, to easy hacks that can save you time and money. The airport experience doesn't have to be a stressful one. Whether it's reclaiming confiscated items, avoiding overpriced water bottles, or finding better food options, these tips will change the way you travel. Now that you know the truth, which of these secrets surprised you the most? Or maybe you have your own airport hack to share. Drop it in the comments and let's keep the conversation going. Don't forget to like this video so more travelers can find these tips and subscribe for more insider hacks that'll save you time, money, and stress on every flight. Safe travels, and see you in the next one.